All right, we had some showers and storms impacting some of those games this weekend, but it is not going to stop the big fun from happening. Reggie Chatman standing by. Team 11 is starting right now.
We're the North Gwinnett High School Bulldogs, and you're watching Team 11.
Boy, does that not you get fired up. Yes, sir. Welcome on in. Howdy, friends. I'm Reggie Chatman. Welcome to Team 11, Week 3, and they gave you boys the keys on a day that had plenty of weather delays, and yet here in Georgia, games are going to get played, and Team 11 is going to have you covered. Let's get it started with a fun matchup, courtesy of our friends over at Born to Compete. Fire it up, guys. 7A championship runner-up Walton is on track for another big year on the road at Roswell. Lucas Farrington barrels in for the short touchdown, gave Walton the lead to tie this game up at 7. But here comes Roswell. This one's a long one. Sinkwin Smith gets the hand up the middle, and he is gone. Whole lot of green grass, 90 yards exactly to the house as the Hornets retake the lead. But here, final minute of the half. Caden Gilstrap, great name, rolls to his left. Great throw, finds Christian Ward in the back of the end zone. Walton closing the gap to 21-17 at the half, but Roswell would get the win by a final of 42-32. Meanwhile, Gainesville at Westlake, a big night as Westlake High School as the school retires the number 8 jersey of Falcon star AJ Terrell. AJ, who just signed a big contract extension with the Dirty Birds, was there with his family to get the framed jersey. He graduated from Westlake back in 2017 and is grateful for those days as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of memories, a lot of relationships built from teammates, classmates, coaches, and just being able to come back for this type of honor is just surreal, and I'm just super thankful.
So could they get him a win? Westlake hosting second-ranked 5A power Gainesville. These two haven't played since 2005 when they were both in 5A. Gainesville with a strong start. Quarterback Kareem Hughley, only a sophomore, finds deep Jemiah Ware, who runs under it, almost breaks it, but the Red Elephants would go on to score to make a 7-0 lead. Now it's 14-0 Gainesville. Handoff to Carmelo Bird. Some nice moves, a couple of broken tackles, and the Bird is flying into the end zone. It's 21-0 Red Elephants. Now look, there's not a lot of highlights for Westlake in this one, but here's one. The wide receiver is Deion Thomas. He looks like Deion Sanders with the speed. Can break a couple of tackles. He'll be on the radar for a lot of colleges soon. Takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line, but Westlake would miss a field goal. That's just really how things kind of went for them tonight. Gainesville with a big win by a final of 41-7. All right, Collins Hill hosting the reigning 3A champs from Cedar Grove and first-year head coach Roderick Moore. Pick it up in the second. Collins Hill up 21-7. Macri Cross keeps it himself, zigzags towards the end zone, avoids a last-second punch out and gets into the end zone. It's 28-7 Eagles. Then in the third, A.J. Bush adds onto it for the Eagles, a short touchdown, 35-7 Collins Hill at this point. And then a little bit later in the third, King Parham is going to drop back and air this thing out down the field to Cleve Sutherland for the Saints touchdown. Makes it 35-13 game with the missed extra point. Collins Hill, big winners in this one by a final of 44-13. All right, how about Rome and Carrollton tonight? The first game for the Wolves, they were actually in a bus accident following a scrimmage a little bit earlier this year. All players are back and healthy for tonight and ready to go. Juju Lewis, the quarterback for Carrollton, he is a superstar. Kamari Farmer in the end zone. It's 10-0 Carrollton. A little bit later in the first, Moss Tant finds J.J. Winston in busted coverage. He could walk in the end zone. I could get in the end zone if I needed to here. The 59-yard touchdown is a 3-point game. We've got ourselves a big-time matchup, but then in the second quarter, Juju Lewis shows why he's so special. It's 17-7 Carrollton at this point, and then final seconds before the half, Lewis over the middle to Peyton Zachary, 24-14 Trojans. At this point, Carrollton would hold on to win by a final of 44-22. All right, it's time for halftime on this week's Team 11. Go grab yourself some orange slices and get ready for the second half. We've got plenty to come, including a great game between Archer and Mill Creek. But we'll look ahead to tomorrow's Week 1 college slate as well. But first, Marcus Greaves is at our Game of the Week featuring two powerhouse private schools. What you got, Marcus?
It was a battle of the War Eagles tonight, how Maris's ground game dominated here tonight and got them the win.
Welcome back to Team 11, everybody. I'm Reggie Chatman. It's no surprise our Game of the Week between Marist and Woodward Academy is a ranked matchup. It's the 8th straight time that's happened, but it's the first time watching for our newest member of our team, Marcus Greaves, who has more.
This group is maturing every day, and they're giving us everything they have. They're working hard. They're attentive, paying attention. They're focused. We got great leadership, particularly with Jack Ewart at quarterback. I mean, what a baller he is. I mean, he had 15 carries in the first half tonight. So he carried our football team, and great leadership. I can't be more proud of a group of kids right now.
Nothing is better than a rivalry game, and tonight we had the battle of the War Eagles. This was the 8th time these two teams have met, with both squads being ranked. First quarter, Marist knocking on the door, and they get on the board thanks to the tough run from quarterback Jake Ewart, and Marist is up 7-0. Later, same story. This time it's the big fullback Chris Hartel, who bulldozes his way in for 6, and this first half was all about Marist, 17-0, heading into the locker room. To the second half now, Marist just continued to dominate on the ground. The big fullback Hartel again gets the rock. This time, he takes it in from about 30 yards out, breaking tackles, finding the end zone to extend the War Eagles' lead. They would run Woodward out of their own stadium tonight. Marist wins 38-0, and head coach Alan Chadwick was even surprised with his team's dominant performance tonight.
I mean, I didn't expect this kind of a ball game at all. I mean, Woodward's a very dangerous team. We did an excellent job of containing the quarterback and their receivers. That's the difference in the ball game right there. And then we were able to run the ball, particularly on the perimeter tonight, pretty effectively. Moved the ball, controlled it, kept it away from them a great deal, and that was the name of the game.
Good work, Marcus. Thank you very much. How about this? Mill Creek looks to improve to 3-0, hosting Archer in this one. Daniel Smith, the hand up the middle, and he is absolutely gone. 47-yard touchdown. Mill Creek, 7-0 leaders, and the fans are electric. Jordan Doe, later in this game, low snap, airs it down to Ethan Campbell. The defender falls, and Campbell is into the end zone. We are tied at 7 apiece, still in the first quarter. Malachi Miller is going to take this handoff, cut to the outside, and he's gone. How about 65 yards for Miller into the end zone as Mill Creek takes the lead? This one was all about the Hawks, who win by a whole bunch of points, 48-14. How about this? Harrison and North Paulding was one of the only games that actually started on time thanks to all the weather. This one was a whole lot of fun. Early, it's TC Washington. The handoff goes up the middle. The Hoyas are on the board first. It's 6-0. Later on in this game, how about James Skelly? Oh, that is terrifying. James Skelly, also terrifying, toting that rock, scampers into the end zone for North Paulding and gets the score, but we'd still be here in the first half a little bit later as we're flying the flag. Tyler Neer threads the needle to Dube Inoyige. Perfect placement, keeps on his feet to stay in bounds as North Paulding goes up 13-6 at the half. They actually go on to win this one, North Paulding does, by a final of 26-23. All right, let's switch some gears and talk some college football. Week 1 is officially here, and although games have already been played on Thursday and Friday, our eyes are set on tomorrow as our local teams get to business. This is going to be awesome. Let's start with the Dogs, #1 in the country, once again to start the year. But a tough matchup to kick things off. 14th ranked Clemson, they'll meet inside a Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Bulldogs are hungry to make it back to the college football playoff after narrowly missing it last year. Their head coach Kirby Smart says it's games like Saturday that help build their resume.
Strength of schedule. I mean, get to play a quality opponent right off the get-go, and when you get into conference play, you're battle-tested, probably better than a team that maybe doesn't play that kind of matchup. Find out more about your team. It's great for the fans. You know, that's the advantage. Great for recruiting, exposure.
Fans are going to have a lot to do this weekend. Just north of the Bends, what the internet is calling the Marta Bowl. Georgia State and Georgia Tech squaring off for the very first time ever. Tech is coming off a massive upset win over Florida State, while State is just opening up their season. Both these teams looking forward to this crosstown matchup.
I think it's a great opportunity for two schools to play each other that are close, that have a lot of guys that know each other. coaches and players. So I think it's going to be a really good environment on Saturday night.
So I'm very familiar with the field, the setup. Their crowd, the sidelines are very tight. Not a lot of space on the sidelines, so we got to be dialed in and keeping all the players back.
Man, the whole city is going to be out for this one. All right, coming up next, who's going to take home this week's helmet sticker? He's a player that you're going to hear his name all season long. That's coming up next here on Team 11. Find out after the commercial break. Welcome back. Second round of the Tour Championship over at Eastlake did have about a 90-minute weather delay, but at the end of day two, Scotty Scheffler still maintains a strong lead in the field. The top golfer in the world shot 4 under today and leads heading into Saturday. All right, let's get to going with our Team 11 helmet sticker. Juju Lewis, of course it's him. The guy is absolutely incredible. Threw for 5 touchdowns, ran for 1 more, and for that, you're going to get our Team 11 helmet sticker, baby. Congratulations to you. And guys, make sure you guys are locked in for all the college football going on this upcoming week. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. We'll see you guys next week on Team 11.